Peace and love, peace and love. I'm on my way to work. You know it. I don't want to say this is gonna be quick, but I guess it's gonna be kind of quick. Just where I've been or what I have been understanding in the past couple days, like it's been like powerful. It's been an opportunity for me to see something about myself now that is like a wow type of moment. So I mentioned in a previous video that really I'd say it's been a long term, but I say since like January 3rd, and I know that was a Monday. I think it was, if I remember correctly. I think that was a Monday, but on that particular Monday, I started a process, and it was like I was removing certain things from my life, you know, and I had a goal of 90 days. I at least wanted to be able to prove to myself, or just show myself, that I can sacrifice certain things without feeling like I'm being controlled or owned by things. So that 90 days ended on May the 4th. And wait, I'm sorry. It ended on April the 4th. February, March, April the 4th. It ended on April the 4th. And I continued. I just kept going with it. No particular reason. It was just like, I felt like, I'm here now, you know, just keep going. But in addition to that, starting on January the 18th, I started a 90-day period at work, which went through April 18th, in which or April 18th or 19th, whatever, in which I committed myself to training and developing for a 90-day period. Training like team members, employees, for a 90-day period. I'm back on my but that ended on April 18th, 19th, whatever that was. And after that, you know, I pretty much distanced myself again from the job, and I went back to doing what I do, which is the inventory. I go do my inventory, and then I go home. You know, I don't hang around. I'm not in there, you know what I'm saying? Just hanging out, in and out. Excuse me. So, during this time period, I mentioned that it was like I've been like totally kind of to myself, quiet, processing, not doing a lot of talking, other than, having to talk at work or, having to talk at home. I had been in a very quiet space and, just kind of really focused and to myself, just zoning out, processing my life up to that point, what I was doing, what I needed to be doing. I wasn't all out in the open. I played, I wasn't even really active on my Instagram, which I mentioned. I played, a couple gigs on keys. I've been spending more time with the keys, piano, practicing more. Just getting back in my zone of music and stuff like that. I took a break from recording music and things of that nature, and I just been really finding myself. So the point of this video is saying, like, I went through that whole period, and I always feel like this. Like, I feel like whenever I complete a period like that, whenever I come through any type of process like that, I feel like I always come back better than I was before. I always come back knowing more, understanding more, being a better person. Like, there's definitely like a place of elevation when I come back. And I don't mean elevation above you. I mean elevation above wherever I was, mentally, spiritually. I come back stronger. I come back better than I was before. And I never really know these things at the start. Like, I don't know that I'm about to go through one of these periods. I don't know that it's happening. I don't even like just always know it until I'm in it. Like, and then I'm in it. I might be in it a couple months, and then I might have a moment where I realize, oh man, I haven't done this in months. Or I haven't, I don't realize these things until I'm in the midst of it. Like, it can't be like today I start being quiet, and then tomorrow I'm like, man, I've been quiet for a whole day. Like, I don't see it that way. It normally comes like months later. Look like they about to do something else out here to the old Kmart now. They getting it cleaned up. They had converted the lawn and garden side to urban air. So now they look to be like in the main part. It was a big K. I don't know if y'all familiar with that line of Kmart's, Big K. Big Kmart or whatever. It wasn't a super Kmart. It was a big K. But, so yeah, it look like they're doing some of that. But, I don't know that I'm in these phases until normally I'm deep in them or when I'm coming out of them. So there's no way for me to like prepare myself or warn myself that I'm going through those things. I just kind of meet them when they get here. I mean, when the realization comes. And then, by that point, I'm already months into the process, and I don't know when it's going to end all the time, depending on how long of a period it is. And I say this one lasted pretty much all the way into June, from January to June. Not to mention where I already was coming October, November, December. Like, because I remember in October feeling away. Like, I feel like October kind of started a mood, and then January was when I was like, all right, I'm about to chill on these things for 90 days, just to cleanse myself and, like a spiritual fast, so, but I had already been in it since October-ish, but I didn't officially like set a goal for myself of what I wanted to do something about it until January 3rd. And then even when I got to the completion of that 90-day period, April the 4th and April the 18th at work, I still didn't stop. I kept going all the way through June because I think I was still dealing with whatever I was dealing with. But this is what I wanted to get to out of saying all of that, what I feel is most beautiful about this. And let me slide this in real quick too before I say that. I mentioned in a previous video that I had started back doing Sudoku. Like, I didn't know why I was doing the Sudoku. And so I had 2 or 3 Sudoku books around the house that I've been just going puzzle crazy. And so I pretty much completed every puzzle in all those books. So yesterday afternoon, evening, I went to Dollar Tree to get some more cleaning supplies because I've been working on this, which I'm getting to what I'm getting to with that. But something I've been working on, a little project I'm working on right now that I started on Friday of last week. But I went to Dollar Tree to get some supplies, and while I was in there, I grabbed 2 new Sudoku books. One was a large print book, and one was one of the small ones that I normally use. So I got both of these books, and last night I'm laying in the bed. Well, I'm getting ready to lay in the bed, and I have my 2 new Sudoku books laying on the side of my bed on the floor. And I just happened to look down, and the large print Sudoku book is face down, so I'm seeing the back of it. And on the back of it, it says, strengthen your mind. And I'm like, in that previous video that I was referring to, in which I spoke about Sudoku, I was saying I didn't know why I was doing them, but I'm like, I like doing them because I felt like it kept my mind sharp. I felt that it made me just feel like it keep my mind active and not allow me to get lazy mentally and stuff like that. It looked like my gap was back. I don't know. Maybe it's the glare. I don't know how. That scared me. But it was like a confirmation moment to see the back of that book. I mean, it's like, Bo, I'm gonna have to show y'all too. I didn't bring that one today, but it said strengthen your mind, and it just kind of confirmed the whole process for me. Even back from October, I was mentally dealing with some things. Like it was definitely in my mind, but it was so powerful and so strong in my mind, it was affecting my physical to where, I wasn't able to do certain things because I couldn't overcome my mind. But I didn't even know the power of my mind. I knew there was power, but I didn't. Sometimes you don't know how strong things are. You don't know how strong you are. If you go to the gym and work out for 90 days, I'm just throwing something out there, which I was in the gym during that time. But let's say you're in the gym for 90 days, you're not gonna necessarily see the effects of it on day 2, and really at day 90, you'll probably probably see that you're starting to look better, and you may have increased your weight during that time, but in my opinion, you don't really realize how strong you are until if you stop, even if it's for a week or 2. if you pull away or back off of what you've been doing, and then it's like, that's when you notice, like, oh, hey, it's working, you know. So I think, you know, October, I was in my head heavy, and it just was pulling me away from myself. And that was like October, November, December. And then it kind of just led me to January, like, I need to do these things. You know, I didn't want to do no New Year's resolutions, but I wanted to have some goals and expectations for myself. And I felt like in order for me to do this, I needed to cleanse myself. And I came out of that 90 days and I went right into participating in Ramadan. I didn't say it on prior videos because I didn't want it to be like I was, you know what I'm saying, even putting it out there like that for any type of anything, like no points or nothing like that. But I did Ramadan. It was my first time ever participating in Ramadan. But that was a 30-day fast. Not eating from sun up to sundown. Never done a fast really before. Never participated. Even with church, it was always like, I always found the easy things, like, I'm gonna stop drinking sodas. You know what I'm saying? That was like as far as I was going with it. You know, it was never like a serious commitment for me when my church would have fast, if I even participated. You know, I know it would come around every year around Easter, but I wasn't really into that. You know what I'm saying? My joint's sliding. I don't know what's been up with that lately. So I did the Ramadan, and that, man, that really opened me up, I believe, because it was day one was the roughest. Day two was still a little rough, but by day three, it was okay. The thing was, though, with each day, the days were getting longer. So, you know, it was going from sunrise getting earlier and earlier and earlier, and sunset getting later and later and later, which was making the day longer and longer and longer. And, you know, it was new for me. I had never done this before. I had never really fasted, and this to jump in and go 30 days was crazy. But, you know, I was committed to it. I couldn't stop. I didn't want to quit on it, and I followed through. I just went on and did it. But I didn't know that all of that, each 90-day goal that I set for myself and accomplished, you know, to sacrifice that certain thing, to do the trainings at work, to participate in Ramadan, all of these things, every bit of it was strengthening my mind. To where now I feel that I'm thinking at a higher level. I'm seeing ideas, plans, how to execute them. Like, things are just coming like this right now, you know. So I'm embracing this. I'm getting very used to this. Let me take my rag off. I don't think I even brushed my hair this morning. Hopefully it ain't bad. But yeah, so I didn't even I didn't know that it would have this outcome, and you know, now that I'm seeing the outcome and experiencing the outcome, I'm like, it's like mind blowing every time, like, that I come back elevated. And again, like I said, it's not elevated above you. It's not in any way, shape, or form in comparison to you. It's me, you know, me versus me. Me elevating myself. Me pushing myself to be a better version of myself than I used to be. So that's what it's all about, y'all. And I hope there was some understanding in that video, or this video. not that video. Understanding in this video, and that y'all follow what I was saying, and you know, my experience, what I went through, and where we are now. So, and I share this, and this will be the last thing. So I mentioned that I went to Dollar Tree to get some supplies because I'm working on a project. Well, the project came in the form of a vision, because, you know, sometimes, like, when you know you have to clean up, like, sometimes that's stressful and it could be overwhelming. So I had this idea that came to me, this vision that came to me, that divide the house up into a lot of sections, which ended up being 9 sections. Divide the house up into 9 sections and give each section 2 days of the entire house collaborating to clean. So even if it's a small section, it doesn't matter. We're not, well, I need the whole family, the whole household is united, working together 2 days in each section. And man, we have been cleaning house. Like I said, it started on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So today is Tuesday, June 14th. We're gonna start section 3 today, the 3rd section. And we'll be working on section 3 today and tomorrow. But just to have that idea, like, out of all my years of living, like, why didn't I think to separate into sections and then just do a section at a time? Because it's like, and in a sense, you do sections at a time, but for me, it's like, you know, let's say my bedroom, you know, I clean my bedroom, and then I'm like, all right, well, let me look into this closet. We got a decent sized closet. Start in that closet. I always end up finding something. Like, it might be an old jacket I find. I'm like, oh man, my jacket. I gotta put the jacket on, and I'm distracted there. I'm already on something else. I'm already doing something else. If I do that, I'm off track. Nothing else is getting cleaned at that point. Like, I will be on something. I'll be watching TV or something. So, you know, but with this, now that I've had to practice with the discipline, with the Ramadan and the 90-day periods, like, I strengthened my discipline. I strengthened my self-control. I strengthened the ability to resist urges. So now it's like, I can lock in on cleaning, and I'm committed to cleaning, but I'm not even overwhelmed or pressured, because I'm not like, oh, I gotta finish this room, and then I gotta do the living room, and then I gotta do the kitchen, and then I don't have to do that, because I'm only focused on my section of focus for today. But even with that, the sections that we've already cleaned, which we've completed 2 sections up to this point, and I'm gonna say completed now, because my household knows what's up. Well, while we slightly behind schedule, but we not though, because we did a thing, but it's gonna balance out after today. Everything will balance after today. We already talked about it. But so we've completed 2 sections already, and so in those 2 sections, we have agreed and are committed to making sure that in these 2 sections, every day, these sections that have been cleaned have to stay looking like this. So you can't move on and cleaning the 3rd section and then you leave something in section 1 or section 2. No. Sections 1 and 2 are to stay clean until we move. And that's just the bottom line. And we've thrown away, I know it's been at least 15 bags of trash, waste, expired. You know, I mean, stuff you're not gonna wear anymore. I mean, just getting rid of stuff, man. Just stuff. But yeah, I'm able now to let go of things. You know, I mean, it's certain clothes I done had since not since high school, but after high school, you know. And it's like, I don't even know why sometimes. I do get rid of stuff, but I ain't been getting rid of stuff that I could have got rid of. So, you know, all I'm saying is I feel that I've been able through these processes and these periods to strengthen my mind, strengthen my ability to resist urges, strengthen my discipline, strengthen my spirits, and I'm thankful for the place that I'm in. So I pray that this message gives some sort of clarity to maybe somebody who's figuring out what they're going through and dealing with. I hope that it helps you understand that it may feel away right now, but if you hang in there and stick with it, it's gonna pay off. It's gonna pay off. There will be a reward in the end for your sacrifices. So peace and love, y'all. I'm gonna go in here and knock this workout real quick because I gotta go to the warehouse today.